Good day, brothers and sisters, friends. Such a large family we have, isn't it? And what a blessing. I want to start this video thanking the Lord for His mercy, His grace, His compassion that He has on all of us. And I want to discuss today a very strong vision dream that I had. And it is about the culling of humanity and the trial that is going to come upon Israel. And it begins where I was in spirit as an observer in a city. And I watched as family members turned on family members, neighbors, friends, told the government and the military where their family, friends, and loved ones were, who were hiding out. And then I was transported into the woods. The people who went to escape into the woods, they were jumping into the river, hoping that if they could follow the stream down, they would be safe. But the military was still able to get them. And everyone was brought into, I'm going to call them camps. And everyone was forced to have some kind of identification through a computer system. I'm not sure if it was a DNA thing or what, but people were in lines waiting for their turn to be a part of this system. And in a facility in particular that I was in with these lines of people, there were military in dark clothing with weapons slung across their shoulders, in their hands, and they really meant business. It was very, you couldn't argue with these guys. And you had to have this system that required you to be a part of the, I don't know, it was like a merging with the internet maybe, but and I watched people be taken away into the back, and I knew that they would face maybe I think possibly a firing squad of some sort. And I was once again, remember, this is me in spirit, and I stood in front of a soldier. He couldn't see me, and I was looking down at the floor, and down, sitting cross-legged, was a Native American in front of me. He was very somber, very soft, very quiet. And as I observed him, he looked at me and caught my eye, and I thought that was really odd because I knew I was only there in spirit, but yet somehow he could see me. And he simply looked at me and he said, "Am I still beautiful? Am I still beautiful?" And I looked at him, and with all seriousness I said, "Yes, you are." And he said, "Good." And he proceeded to look straight ahead, and the man that I had been standing in front of bent down and picked him up and took him into the back so that he could deal with him in the manner that people will be dealt with. And then the second half of this, I was then transported into Israel, into Jerusalem. And I was in a dug out bunker underneath a home. And there were other people in there with me. And everyone was afraid because they were being hunted. And when somebody got word that their hideout had been discovered, everyone up and ran to go to another home that had another underground bunker, and they would hide in there. And this process was repeated until I really understood that it was just a matter of hiding so that he wouldn't be killed. And I knew that Israel was different than the rest of humanity. That humanity is going to be culled, and that is people who are unnecessary, people who are unwilling to give in to the evil and still have any kind of love or light or kindness or goodness or gentleness in them. They're unwanted. They were not what the military, the system, the beast wants. They were unusable, so they were taken out. And in Israel, every single one of them were hunted to be exterminated. And I have verses I want to read to you that go with these, because I was praying and meditating on it a few days ago, and this is exactly what the Lord brought me to, and he wants me to read these because these have to do with those two dream visions. And as far as Israel says, in Israel, and what's going to happen there, people of Israel, declares the Lord. This is out of Jeremiah 5, verse 15. Through 19. People of Israel, declares the Lord, I am bringing a distant nation against you, an ancient and enduring nation, a people whose language you do not know, whose speech you do not understand. Their quivers are like an open grave. All of them are mighty warriors. They will devour your harvests and food, devour your sons and daughters. They will devour your flocks and herds, devour your vines and fig trees. With the sword they will destroy the fortified cities in which you trust. Yet even in those days, declares the Lord, I won't destroy you completely. And when the people ask, why has the Lord our God done all this to us? You will tell them, as you have forsaken me and served foreign gods in your own land, so now you will serve foreigners in a land not your own. They're just going to be hunted and exterminated. And as far as culling of humanity and getting rid of those who still have a little bit of light, any kind of love in their heart, they aren't wanted. And this is what the Lord says. Look, an army is coming from the land of the north. A great nation is being stirred up from the ends of the earth. They are armed with a bow and spear. They are cruel and show no mercy. They sound like the roaring sea as they ride on their horses. They come like men in battle formation to attack you, daughter Zion. And this is Jeremiah 6, verse 22 through 23. And I want to point out in verse 23, they come like men in battle formation. Those who have the beast system and accept it, they will be demonically possessed. And I've said this in an earlier video that the massive army that Lucifer is setting up is going to be demon-possessed humans. And that's why he can't use anybody who has any kind of love or light in them, because Jesus won't allow you to be possessed. But I want to give you something good. That is a vision that I had of being raptured. I was simply here, and then I wasn't. I was going up into the universe, and as fast as I thought, everything just started to fall away. All the sadness, all the sorrow. It was kind of like when you peel an onion, one layer after another. All of it gone. And it started, the farther I got away from the earth and I could look and I saw the earth, and as I went up, the weight of this planet, the weight of the sorrow and the sin and the things that drag us down, they all disappeared and they were no more. I didn't change me. It didn't change who I was what my thinking was. It didn't change any bit of me, other than I didn't have all of the dark, all of the negative, all of this things that bring us down every single day. Oddly enough, didn't even need to breathe. And as I ascended higher and higher, I changed into light, into like a gyroscope, a wheel within a wheel. It was really fun. It was absolutely beautiful. And as I ascended, I started singing one clear note, and I crescendo louder and louder and louder. And I kept waiting to need to inhale, to breathe. And I never had to. It was amazing. And my voice was louder and louder until I hit a pitch that seemed to resonate with the entire universe. And everything was singing at the same pitch, the same tone, in joy. And it was really beautiful. My husband did do an image of this. So I'm going to turn this around so that you guys can see. So this is the image he drew, and there was the earth way down there, tinier and tinier, and I was up on the stars, and all I could do was just look up and just sing. Oh, it was so beautiful, you guys. It was so freeing, and all the joy and the light that was emitting out of me. I mean, this is what's coming. It was amazing. And it happened so fast. And it wasn't scary at all. It wasn't frightening. It was just full of joy. So, I want you to know how much the Lord loves you, how much He loves all of us, and that He is there at all times, waiting to hear from you, and waiting to love us. And just remember, He's coming soon. I know He's promised, right? He's promised to come. So keep your eyes on Him. Always, 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 always look up. And peace be to you, brothers and sisters. Until next time.